Hi everyone, it's Marian from MIP Mix channel. Today I want to show you another movie about how to replace an ABS sensor, not the cables, just the ABS, but uh, as I work it has to come out with the hub bearing. I wasn't able to remove it from the hub bearing, and I decided to buy a new hub bearing with all the assembly. So at the beginning you have to take off the wheel. Meantime you can see what I wrote on the screen. And at the beginning I want to tell you, when you take out the drum from the brake, you have to be sure the car is very well fixed, because you cannot use the hand brake or parking brake as it's named, and the car needs to stay there. If you pull the brake, you are not going to be able to take out the drum. So the car will stay from the gearbox fixed, and it's going to be fixed. You saw, I put a piece of stone there, some concrete blocks. So after you take off the drum, you have to remove those four screws who are keeping the bearing hub on the beam. It's not very difficult to take them out, but when you remove the um, when you remove the screws, it's a little bit because of the rust. You can see on inside, it could be fixed there. Now you have to hit the hub with the hammer in order to be able to move. As you can see, I clean up a little bit everything around, and before to install the new hub, clean them up and paint it with some anti-seize paste. That one is very resistant to heating, and to heat could result there when you break the car, and or it's good against the rust too. You can use that paste, anti-seize paste, even to put on the screws. Here you can see how I was trying to take off the ABS sensor. Is that cover? Oh, you have to remove it, but inside of that one is another kind of a ring who's very well pressed on the shaft, who's keeping the inner ring of the bearing. So after I work, I don't know how much time, an hour maybe, trying to remove it, I saw it's too difficult. I don't have a bearing extractor like that one, a small one, to have the possibility to pull it out. So in that case, I put this back. I went to the shop, I bought another hub assembly, and after a week I remove everything out. So in this case, this movie could be good for people who want to change the wheel bearing too, because it's the same idea, same work you have to do, less what I'm trying to do now with the ABS sensor. The ABS sensor, um, I don't know, it's an older model or what, seem a little bit different. But that's it, I wasn't able to pull it out. It's very, very tight there. Maybe in the future, if I'm gonna be able to find some time and some tools to try to remove it, and those conditions, I'm gonna make another video if I'm gonna be successful and able to remove that ring. I'm trying to take it out now. Practically you don't have a big shoulder there where to hit to make it move. So for that reason I decided to stop the work. As you can see, the wheel bearing, it was nice, and when I turn it, it didn't have any weird movement. But I don't know what was wrong with that ABS sensor, because he gave a bad signal to the computer of the car now. So now after a week, you can see I start again the work. Now it was working easier because I painted before and I knew exactly what to do and what to expect. The key is going between those shoes. So from this point of view, this assembly is very nice done, because it's pretty easy to remove it. The only bad thing is it's more expensive if you want to remove only the ABS sensor. That's the down part of this assembly work idea, technical idea, if I can name it like that. Here you need a 14mm key, as I marked on the screen too. So now it could came out because it was clean, no more rust. And as you can see, maybe a part of you saw the movie when I removed the cable of the ABS and the connector, and there I wasn't able to show to remove the plug easy. So now I saw this was the idea to remove all the hub. In order to remove that plug, you can see here how easy it is by this way, and I didn't have to destroy it as I did before. I tried here to show you to bring in the front the image to see how exactly how to work on that. So this is a new part, new hub with the ABS sensor pressed on. So you can see it's working well, and it is a difference between them. And in the medallion you can see how it's looking an ABS sensor. So that ABS sensor it's pressed inside. That cover, it's not going bad inside, but that ring which is pressed on the shaft, you can see here the inner ring. Here is the outside view, because I bought at the beginning this sensor in order, I thought I was gonna be able to remove it, but I wasn't, so I decided to take it out. And now you put the new wheel hub, bearing hub. You see, you plug the connector to the ABS and then you press it back. on its position. You have to be careful how it is because those 4 holes are not on the same distance, and the top are larger, I think, than those who are in the bottom side. So here you can see I was trying to press it there to find a good position. The new one, it's the diameter of that shoulder, you can see there. It's a little bit smaller than the original I had, so it goes inside much easier than the original one. Here I try to find the right position to fix the screws. More difficult to see where they are. You see here I was trying to show you that you have to be very well aligned with those holes and to be able to put a screwdriver or something like that inside. And in this condition you move it a little bit because it's not, you don't see behind very well. You tight it, and at the moment I saw I was trying to tight it stronger, better, and I saw it was like it wasn't on the right position, all the hub, and had to release the screws. Yeah, I was trying to tie them well, but somehow it wasn't nice and flat, and so I have to release them and move a little bit the hub, because it was a little bit was not fixed parallel way to the beam. So as you can see, it's not a very difficult job, especially if you did that before. But me, I found this could be done home with basic tools. And now I hit a little bit with a piece of wood, and it was better aligned, and now I'm tightening. I'm gonna tie it well and nice, all the screws. You can see how you have to turn a bit the hub in order to be able to put your key and start to tight the screws. I didn't find I didn't search the values in Newton meters, but you have to tighten it well, because all the weight of the car is there on those 4 screws. I mean, all the weight divided by 4 wheels, approximately. So now I clean it up, I'm gonna paint it again with anti-seize here. I fix back the nut on that connector. You need the 10mm key, a long one if you have. It's not gonna take some time. Here you paint against the rust. You put back the drum. You can see how easy it's working, and put back the wheel, tight it well and nice, and the job is done. The job is done. You just need to put down the car and remove all the pull out, pull the handbrake on and remove those stones, those concrete blocks, and the job is done. Congratulations, God bless you, see you soon.